I wanted to just get into that point regarding collaboration. To use one industry example, at one point in Germany, I believe BMW, Audi, and Mercedes were looking to collaborate around brake technology for their cars. That being less of a differentiator for the customer environment. It's something that has been brought up before, but I think this is a bit of a new approach, right? For different companies to start talking to each other and perhaps collaborate on means and methods related to either retrofits or new builds. That really hasn't happened yet. Do you have any thoughts about how we might break the ice, about where this might begin? And then ideally, of course, any kind of leadership efforts by JLL to do exactly that, because this is exactly the audience for that, right?
Yeah, it's a really difficult one. So I think what you said there about brakes and the car industry is really interesting, because I think our industry in the built environment came together really well around health and safety as well. And there was lots of collaboration between construction companies. It moved really fast. And it hasn't happened yet on environmental factors. I think part of the reason is that we're talking about carbon, which is sort of, what is it? No one can really identify with it. Whereas health and safety was something very sort of identifiable, and you could translate it into harm to people. So I think the best way to collaborate is to share data and information and open source. But there is so little open sourcing. We're working with clients a lot at the moment to try and give examples of buildings which have gone through that transition, that retrofit, and have a fully open sourced, like right through to how it was valued at the beginning, the extra net lettable area that was created, the rents and everything. Just like, what's stopping us getting it out there, right?
Well, it's a bit of a twofold challenge, right? Because you mentioned the lack of R&D. And I think that's where the rubber hits the road, so to speak.
Yeah, potentially. And the reason that there's a lack of R&D is we're not under threat enough. The industries that are under real threat, when you're backed into a corner, you really have to innovate. You have no choice. It's like, we're not backed into a corner right now. So I think public-private could be a really interesting space as well. This is going to ultimately come down to leadership. So individuals of companies getting together with individuals of other companies to show real leadership and come together. And I'm a great believer in the power of leadership to do that. But I think being transparent is going to be a very necessary part of the journey. So not something that this industry has been great at in the past. So we're trying to do that, and we're trying to work with clients. We're trying also in an interesting space, right, between occupiers and investors. So we're really trying to come together and explore what the lease of the future should look like, because actually there's no equity sharing. If one of the parties wants to really improve a building during the term of a lease, they're basically looking at the other one saying, who's going to pay for it? Who's going to get the benefit? And yeah. I think that we're really trying to find ways over that so that there's a real sharing process. And we'd love to work with anyone who's facing that challenge.